What's up, resellers? I'm Rebecca and you are watching Rebecca the Reseller. Thank you for joining me today for a video that I never thought that I was going to do. I am excited to share with you something I just found out about. It has to do with the selling platform Mercari. Now, if you've watched my channel for any point over the past year, you've known that I've been on Mercari, I've been off Mercari, I've been on, I've been off. I mean, literally, it's not that it's a love-hate relationship, but it is sometimes I can devote the time and sometimes I get so overwhelmed with multiple things that I just have to simplify as much as possible. And Mercari is unfortunately that platform that's like, the whatever stepchild thing. I don't know. I don't want to insult stepchildren. Like whatever that saying is, where it's like, it's just kind of not really wanted around, or it's not that important of a thing. And because I've never really spent the time to make it a major platform for me, it's always just kind of been operating in the background or not at all. And I just recently discovered something and I want to share it with you. And it's the Mercari selling dashboard. Now, this could be one of those moments. I've said a couple of these moments throughout my social media content career, where I'm either a complete genius or I'm a complete idiot. So, look, I don't know what to make of it, but I just can't believe that I didn't notice this before. Maybe it's been there all along. Maybe it's somewhat new, but I am just finding out about it. So I wanted to walk through the dashboard with you real quick because I wanted to spend more time looking at it, and I thought maybe you didn't know about it either. Maybe you didn't know about it. I don't know, that sounded weird. And so I've done a couple of videos on Mercari. I'm not a big Mercari, content person. It's mainly because I haven't found my rhythm with it and I haven't found enough time to really make it a major sustainable part of my reselling business. However, I have started to dabble back into it. I haven't shared a lot with it. Even some of the sales that I've made, I haven't shared them because I'm just still kind of trying to figure out how I can incorporate Mercari and get those extra eyeballs on my items, but doing it in a very manageable way. Before, when I had a virtual assistant help me, she did a lot of the cross-posting, she did a lot of the delisting, a lot of the deletions to make sure that things were not double selling, and the tracking of sales. And because Mercari didn't have any way to kind of get your information or figure any of this out, it was a lot of manual tracking. And now with this seller dashboard information, I'm kind of excited because I feel like I may not have to do a lot of this manual tracking anymore. And if that's the case, that's going to really open things wide up. So, I'm yammering over here, but let me show you what I've got going on. Also, you may not know this, but I used to be called Mom Roar Boutique on everything as far as my selling platforms, like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, everything was Mom Roar Boutique. And then I rebranded to On My Rack, which I love so much more. And so because Mercari wasn't a thing for me, I didn't rebrand Mercari. And at this point, I haven't done it, and I honestly don't even know that I care. But Poshmark, I did rebrand because I feel like it matters a little bit more there. Eventually, I'll get around to it. If you're not sure what that is, that was my old name on everything. Now it's just here, and on Poshmark I am On My Rack, which is so fun. So anyway, if you go up here to your, drop down here, you can click on Seller Dashboard. And I saw that the other day and I was like, what? Like, oh my God, what is that? So I went in and I was like, oh, what's happening here? Like, this is amazing. So right now it doesn't look that great because I haven't been doing a lot on here. Right now I have 57 active listings. I have 4 orders in progress. I can click on this and it will allow me to list more items. My account balance is 0 because I just transferred out money, but I've got 90 processing. Just seeing that information right there is so awesome. It would show you your messages here. Here's where I clicked in this morning to go ahead and do my shipping. So that's already been done because I didn't get to record then, but it had 2 sales that required my action. And when you click into that, it brings you to those orders. And then you can go ahead and whether you're doing your own label for shipping or you're using their label for shipping, you can handle all of that. Now, I used to only always do my own shipping label because it was cheaper, because they had done some crazy stuff. Like originally I used their labels very, very early on. Then I went dark on Mercari, and when I came back, I said these new prices that they had for shipping were crazy. I can go through PayPal and I can do it cheaper myself. So that's what I did. And if you're curious about that process, because I still think that that is worth it if you want to save money and you don't make that many sales on Mercari where doing it manually is too bad for you time-wise. I have a whole video on that. It's been a very successful video for me compared to my other videos. It's gotten over 5,000 views, which I think is hysterical. So it's one of my cool, exciting videos as far as like YouTube success goes. And I'll link that down below if you are interested in that. But now I am dabbling back into the prepaid labels from them, because while I do want to save the money, sometimes it's $1 or more per item to ship. I just don't have the extra time right now. Like, my VA used to do so much for me, and now I'm going through a period where I wanted to bring everything back in-house, save the money on paying a VA, seeing what I can actually do myself and what I really do need help with. And so I'm kind of retooling all of that. And so I just don't have any extra time to be farting around with labels, but I feel like losing $1 or $2 on the shipping to get that time back may be worth it. So I'm testing it right now. So that's what you would do with that. Now, all of these account statistics are awesome. It tells you when it was last updated, which is great. You can click it for different periods, which is awesome. It doesn't look like you can do a custom period, which you usually can do on a lot of these types of things. So that's interesting. But they're the last 24 hours, the last week, the last year, and all time. So that's fine. So these are my all-time numbers. I've done 285 sales. Over that period, I've had 4,877 items listed, and that's a little nuts because I started and stopped. I took my items down, then I put them back up again, and then with the delist and relist, it's counting them again and again. So I've never actually put 5,000 items on Mercari. It's probably more like 2,000, and it's just counting them multiple times because they've been listed multiple times. Profit, I think this is interesting. So it's telling you the revenue very clearly, which is so nice. So I've sold $5,750 in revenue on Mercari after they take their fees, and I'm assuming they're taking out the shipping. Let's click on this little thing here. After selling fees and shipping if you're using their label. So for me, this isn't exactly accurate because I did do some of my own shipping labels. But if I go back to doing their labels, then this would be an accurate profit for this platform, which is awesome. So profit, 5,175. And again, it is going to be less than that because I did some of my own shipping labels. And then obviously it doesn't include cost of goods and, all your other business expenses. But just being able to see that information in comparison to, is great. So there's that. As far as performance, you can also click over here to, select what time period. It tells you it was last updated 4 hours ago. They've got a lot of abbreviations. So you do need to click in and be like, what is all of this? So this is the average order value. So the average price of the items that sold. Okay, fine. This is the average listing value, including inactive listings and deleted listings. So, okay. So this is saying I've listed them for 26, but they've actually sold for 20. So, that makes sense. That's interesting. Okay, fine. And I love that it's actually $20. However, for me, for most of my Mercari career, I've sold at free shipping. I've just only found that that was the only success, the only way that I could make sales. So I've just always done free shipping. I should have said that at the beginning, sorry. So this $20 price point would include free shipping. But I will say, I've sold a few high-end items on Mercari, and I have done a video, I'll link that down below as well, of my top sales on Mercari. I think it was my top 25 sales, my top 25 best sales that I did on Mercari up until that point in time. And so I have sold some really good items on Mercari, but they've all included free shipping. And so because I've also used Mercari kind of as well, it hasn't sold somewhere else, let me throw it on Mercari, and as long as I can make a few dollars on it, I'm fine. I kind of used it as a clearance strategy instead of focusing my best efforts on it. And so hopefully I can change that. Hopefully I can find some more strategies and share them with you that allows Mercari to be a bigger player for me. But just in full disclosure, it hasn't been that way thus far. So it's $20 with free shipping. And so that could have included some padded flat rates, just FYI. When I was selling ugly Christmas sweaters, I feel like I sold a lot of ugly Christmas sweaters on Mercari. So that's one padded flat rate. STR was sell-through rate. Okay, so that's good. Now that sell-through rate, I mean, that's going to be a little off because again, I've started and stopped. So I've only had 285 sales, but it thinks I listed 4,800. Like that's a little weird. Search click-through rate. So that's cool. So the number of clicks your items receive per number of impressions, 2%. I don't know for this platform if that's good or not. So that would be interesting to watch over time. Return ratio, 1%. Item likes per day, 1.27. Interesting. Average number of likes your inventory receives. Well, again, I haven't been, like, this is all time. And there have been lots of periods of time where I haven't done anything. Like I could tell you if I went in the app right now, I could say that I already have items with 5 likes that were from yesterday. So this is obviously skewed because it's all time. Let's actually look at it. See, 2.16 a day. So that's interesting. Still same search click-through rate. Interesting. Let's go back. Item views. So almost 11 item views per day. Okay. I mean, again, I don't have any historical data to compare this to, so I have to be like looking at it over time, going forward to kind of get a feel for it. Impressions, 388 a day. That sounds good. I don't know. That sounds nice. So I can watch that as my inventory grows or as I purposefully try to put different brands on Mercari, perhaps. Cancellations I've seen. A couple people have canceled on me, 3%, and like 1 or 2 I've had to do. Shipping time, 15.99 hours. I think that is hysterical. Response rate, 95%. Seller rating, 4.93 out of 5. So that's not bad. I'll take it. So that is pretty darn cool. Now, over here, hello, sales reports. What? So, that is awesome. I actually pulled this up before and I meant to have it. Let me just see real quick. Because for me, I don't have Excel. I have to like email it to myself and open it in Google Sheets because I'm tech stupid and don't know how to do these things. So hold on one second. Here it is. Okay, so let's just go back over here and now I can show you. So they have yearly reports. So it looks like I've started in 2017 on Mercari. That makes sense. So they have a 2017, a 2018, a 2019 report. And I'm sure that these two down here are very small because I didn't do a lot with it. 2019 was probably my biggest chunk of time that I sold on Mercari because I did have my VA helping me and everything. I was not at that time using any software to help me. It was all through my VA manually. So I paid her to cross post. I paid her to delist. I paid her to track all of the inventory. And that's why, because I was making those labor payments, not a software payment, it was hard for me to justify Mercari. Because while I was always making sales and I was always profitable, I wasn't losing money even after paying her. It just was never enough. I could never get it to enough of a snowball factor to really be like, oh yes, let's continue with this full force. And I was always the first thing to get cut. So this is what the sales report looks like. Again, I don't have Excel, so I had to like save it, email it to myself, open it in Google Sheets. I don't know any other way, but this is what it looks like. It's not anything pretty, but it gives you the quick and dirty. And what I was mostly concerned about, as I am a Florida reseller with a reseller certificate and I pay state sales tax on my sales, I need to know what items sold in Florida. And that was one of the manual tracking things that my VA helped me with. And now I can see here it was shipped to. I could sort from that, pull up that information, super easy, and maybe I don't have to track this myself anymore. So I am like, what? That is so great. So it shows an item number, the item name, the price, the date of the sale, where it shipped to, where it shipped from, which, hello, that's all the same. Shipping fees, which for me are mostly 0, in 2019. There might have been a handful that I did. Nope, I don't even see any. So I would like to change it. I do think I'm testing it, but I do think I would like to have it all in here, because then all the information would be here. It wouldn't be a separate information that I have to pull from PayPal to see those shipping fees. My dog is staring at the wall. So shipping, wait. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm stupid. So shipping fee paid by buyer, shipping fee paid by seller. So I do have some in here. So see, $5.25, like that's when, that shipping was just yuck. I know that they have changed it a couple of times, and now maybe it's a little bit different. I honestly haven't familiarized myself with it yet, but I plan to. Sales fee, so that's their seller fee, which is only 10%, which is why Mercari is so attractive. Even though you have to give free shipping, think about it. If I have a $20 item and I sell it on Mercari and they take 10%, that's $2 gone, and it's $18 that I'm left with. And then let's say it's $5 in shipping, that's $13 that I'm left with. With Poshmark, if it's a $20 item, I'm only making $16 if they buy it outright. So in that case, I would get Poshmark would get more. But then you got to send out offers to likers on Poshmark, which means you got to give a discount plus a shipping discount. So most of the time, you're ending up with 10%, 20%, 30% off minus a shipping discount of $2 or free shipping or whatever you're doing. And so you're ending up sometimes with a lower amount. I'm just saying. I'd rather do free shipping and pay the 10% fee than free shipping or discounted shipping 20% fee. I think. I don't know. I mean, I've said it before. I don't like doing math. It's not my happy place. Total sales profit. That sounds weird, but so it's basically your profit from them. Obviously, it doesn't include your cost of goods or anything else, but it's after all of their fees. And if you did shipping on your own, it wouldn't include that. And that's why I went down here and did like this before. So in 2019, I did like 200 sales. So the gross number's 4,500, give or take. And then my profit, I don't even want to know how much it was that I paid my VA to do all of this before of all the listing. 3,900, and then I probably paid a few more hundred in shipping. So I probably netted about 3,500 from there, and then I would have to figure out what the labor was. So that's why Mercari just wasn't a big platform for me, but I would love to change that. I mean, and honestly, I will tell you, what all of this means to me is that, because I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for somebody to buy them. I've been waiting for them to clunk out, and they just keep kicking. Just keep kicking. And so I feel like they're trying to be here for the long term. Like, they're trying to make sellers and woo them. Like, giving them this information is amazing and really impresses me, because here's why. Poshmark doesn't really give you a lot, but they're starting to. And it's okay, and it's easy to get, and it's very much in the Poshmark easy way. But it's not a dashboard, it's just a report, right? Then eBay, on the other hand, gives you all the things, and it's crazy, and it's hard to deal with, and it doesn't make any sense to me, and it makes my head hurt, and I feel like I can never trust the information, because I feel like if you look in one place, it means one thing, and if you look in another place, it means something else. Here, and again, I'm just seeing this, for the first couple of times, it's fast, it's easy, it's user-friendly, it's pretty, like, you know what I mean? And I feel like, yes, that actually makes sense. That looks exactly like what my numbers are. And it tells me my profit. Like, they must be listening, because I feel like it's amazing. So if you are not on Mercari, go do it. And, I will tell you, I wasn't planning to be mentioning this here, but since we're kind of on it, like, I just recently signed up for Vendoo, and originally I had signed up for Vendoo to help me relist my Poshmark. I wasn't even interested in cross-posting. I just wanted to use it to easily relist, list and delist and relist my Poshmark items. And then while that happened, Poshmark came out with the copy feature, and I was like, of course they did, because This is the first time I actually decided to pay for a service, and now they come out with this other thing. Of course they do. So now it's free to do that on Poshmark, so I don't really need Vendu, but I thought, you know what? I paid for it. I have this inventory that I paid for, in the subscription. Let me at least finish out the month and cross over some things to Mercari and just see what that's all about. I mean, it is so easy. You have to do a few things, and yes, but it's really very easy. It's very user friendly, and I'll probably do perhaps a tutorial on it specifically, but it does make it easy to make Mercari part of my life again. And now that Mercari has all of this, it makes it even easier for Mercari to be a part of my life again. So perhaps Mercari is going to be a part of my life again. That's exciting. So I'm just really super thrilled. So I tell you all of that to, you do what you want with it. But if you want to go on Mercari, I have a link down below if you want to buy something. I don't think you get anything for signing up to sell anything, but I have a link down below if you want to buy something there. And I have a link for Vendu. If you want to sign up, you get a discount on your subscription there. So that is good for you there. So go ahead and look in the description below. Check out the other Mercari videos so that you can see, because I have made some other points on Mercari along the way and some of the things that I've sold. And then perhaps I'll start incorporating a little more Mercari content, because it's going to be easy apparently for me to get my information without me having to track it all. And, I want to be on the platforms that are going to work with the sellers. And I just got so fed up with eBay, and it doesn't mean that I won't ever go back to eBay, but it means that Poshmark made it the easiest. And so whatever I can get off of Poshmark with it being the easiest, I'm going to do. And when I have more time, or even now, I do think Mercari is the second easiest. And I think that it wouldn't be that much friction for me to start adding Mercari back into the mix. But there's a lot of friction for me to add eBay back into the mix. A lot. And so I am not ready to go back there. But I do think that Mercari could be a nice, viable option. And if you're like me, perhaps a busy mom, or just someone that doesn't want to deal with all the endless drama and shenanigans of eBay, but want to do a little extra to keep things going for your business, maybe now is the time for Mercari. So check it all out, see what you think. Let me know in the comments below. How long has this been out? I'm sure it's been out for a while, and I just found out about it, but I figured, whatever, I might share it because maybe you didn't notice it either. So there you go. Thanks so much. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. If you have, thanks so much for coming back, and I will see you in the next video. Give me a thumbs up on the way out. Bye.